I'm going.
Oh, nervous. We are live. We're about to be I think
Oh, buddy, look who it is. Oh, Coyotes are us. How you doing, brother? I ain't heard from you much this week. What's up, buddy?
What do you mean you haven't heard from me this week? You call me every single day. Trying to get away from you.
I know.
You're making it hard to keep the mystery, bro.
I mean, you know.
You make it hard to keep the mystery in our relationship.
It is what it is.
You call me every day, and I appreciate it, brother.
I know. Hey, brother, I'm trying my best, man. I am trying my best, brother. So what's going on?
Welcome, everybody.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome.
Let's welcome everybody to Coyotes R Us, episode 4. Tonight is our 4th episode, and I guess technically, officially, our month anniversary of doing this.
That's right.
So, what is there? 52 weeks in a year, so we've only got 48 more of these to go this year.
That's right. Only.
We got our faithful followers, Sarah Beth, in the comments. First and always, shout out, Sarah. Appreciate you coming in with us one more time.
That's right.
Every time.
We appreciate you.
So, my friend.
That's right.
What do you want to talk about?
What do we got, buddy? Let me know.
Well, I'll tell you what. The show title kind of speaks for itself a little bit. It's not gonna take every single it's not gonna be everything that we cover, but it's gonna be a couple. So let's go ahead and let's get the political stuff out of the way real quick.
All right.
So
before you do that, everybody coming into the TikTok, thank you. If you can, scoot on over to the Yodicast at Coyotes R Us on YouTube. That's where we live, and you have all your comments coming straight through. We appreciate y'all being here. So come on over to the YouTube channel, and y'all get to see Divi, and Divi can see everything that y'all say and ask and talk shit and the whole nine. All right, bro. Get the politics out the way. Let's go. We're going to get this politics out the way.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and just knock it out real quick. We're not going to get crazy with it, but I just want to it's not something we can just gloss over, you know, since we do talk a little bit of politics. You know, we're not going to sit there and go leaning either way or the other, but, you know, like, we're pretty down the middle guys. But I just wanted to, it's not really a political thing, more as a thing that happened that became politicized, and that is the helicopter crash. My God, man. That thing. What do we think, man? Like, it's a tragedy.
Right. Look,
it's a tragedy, but did it look intentional?
This is what I'm going to say when it comes to military aircraft. I was in the military. I was on a ship, and we had a Halo, and we had a helicopter. There's too many people involved. Yep. There's too many eyes on it, everybody watching. There is so much stuff. That stuff is planned way in advance. It has to have the approval, everything else. So, to me, when I see a Halo pretty much go straight into a plane, that's suspicious to me. Okay? I'm just saying that's a little suspicious to me. That's all I can say.
Yeah,
until
man,
more information comes out about it, I can't really say who's at fault, what happened. All I'm saying is when it comes to military aircraft and pretty much anything military, but they are all over the place. There's people everywhere. Like, you know it. They let you know. I just, a Halo crashing into a plane is, people need to lose their jobs. People need to lose their jobs, their benefits. There are officers that need to be fired. There's enlisted that need to go ahead and just, yeah, you're gone. Got to go, dog.
Yeah, man, and they already have. A lot of them already have just lost their jobs. Obviously there's going to be a new FAA director. One that was just in power was crazy. That dude didn't know a single thing about aviation, which is insane, but he was confirmed anyway, which is
Oh, yeah.
mind-boggling. You go watch his when you go watch the interviews, like the ones that they're doing now on all of Trump's confirmations are brutal grillings. And you go back to that one, and it was a brutal grilling on him, but the difference, oddly, is that he had no answers. Like you go, like guys like Kash Patel trying to be the FBI director, he has all the answers for you, or like the little slick get out of jail free answers he has to, or he doesn't want to answer the question, so he answers it with a fact. But this guy, Washington, the FAA director, oh my god, he was brutal, unaware of his job responsibilities, and he still had the job. So, but again, you can't sit there and blame it on him. That thing looked mad suspicious to me. It looked really suspicious.
Here's
how that thing just went right into that plane.
I'm gonna say it like this. This is just not a conspiracy theorist whatsoever. Who was on that plane?
Not.
You know what I'm saying? Not to throw anything out there. Who was on that plane? Because where it's a Black Hawk. It's a Black Hawk. How, just a straight beamer? Like, who was on that plane? You know what I mean? Do they have a prisoner on that plane or something? I'm just saying.
A lot of Russian nationals, but I'm not gonna go conspiracy there. Like, I mean, mostly figure skaters were the Russian nationals. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. We know it can be remote controlled, and it was odd that the helo pilot didn't really give any response except for one, and the response was that they saw the craft, and those things can stop on a dime. They can literally stop on a dime.
Yeah.
And didn't. So I don't know.
Right.
So the next thing, let's just jump off of that. We'll come back to that when more is available. All right. Next thing though.
Go ahead.
So yesterday, Trump put the 3 tariffs in place: 25% Canada, 25% Mexico, 10% China. And a lot of people are worried, and for good reason. It's I think we're in for a bit of economic hardship here coming up for everyone.
Yeah.
Especially since Canada and Mexico are trying to be cute and put their own tariffs on us. And the funny thing about that is, it's not funny actually. It's actually tragic. The funny thing about it though is, the more when you tariff us plus our tariffs to you, we're 62%. 62% of the economic trade in Canada is us. So and I think we are a higher percentage of trade with them. So if you can't buy our goods, you got to go outsource it elsewhere, which is fine. Go ahead and do that. But our tariffs will collapse that economy, and I hate that outcome, but I think it's just a border security issue, and because the at the highest point of terrorist entry now is Canada, not Mexico anymore. So we might have to tighten the belt here. Financially, everybody's gonna have to tighten up because we're in for a little ride.
Yeah, we're in for a little ride until they all come to better agreements on things, unfortunately. But
yeah, and that's what it is, man. To get to the negotiating table, got to get to the table. We got to get them to agree that they got to pay. We got to stop paying the world's way. And I'm down with that, and I already know I already knew going in it was going to come with a period of hardship for people, and that sucks for all of us. But I think the idea of it on the other side is a good outcome, hopefully. So,
Well,
what
here's
do you
the
think
thing.
about that?
It's one of those things, and I appreciate everyone coming to the chat. Welcome. I think that it'd be nice if you knew the plan. You know what I'm saying? If they actually like laid out exactly where they want to be, how they're like all the things that they're wanting, how they want to get to it, where they want to get to, would make people feel maybe a little better about it. You know, if people
Yeah,
actually laid out exactly just how bad things are. Me being in the military, I've said this, and I was stationed overseas. You've heard me say this plenty of times. Bring everybody home. Bring everyone. Close all the bases. Leave 5 people there just to keep it operational, and then bring everybody home, and then watch the effect that it has. Stop paying for everybody, and watch what happens. Because I'm telling you, like a lot of people don't know. A lot of these militaries don't pay for themselves. We pay for them. That's why all this aid goes out. All this money goes
yeah,
out. I've watched what happens when you pull out of a port, and the when a ship pulls into the port, the economic boom it instantly has on that country in place. It's crazy, but
absolutely.
I think there's hardships coming, but it's stuff that's unfortunately it's like your Saints. We've been kicking it down the road. You know, with the Saints and their contracts. We've been kicking
Get
it
out of here with that
down the
bullshit.
road. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Like your team, we're deporting all these failed cons. Little punk. Ain't nobody got no time for the failed cons.
I know, but no, that's what it is. I think, it's you're in for some hardships, unfortunately, and hopefully it comes out to benefit all of us. That's all we really can do. Is hope that at the end of the day, like we're doing better. And this is a thing for y'all that when we're gonna start talking about different things, just need you to understand that me and Divi here, we're pretty much in the middle when it comes to politics. We like to say if someone does something good, cool. If they do something bad, bad. We care about what's best for us and the best for people, and that's kind of where we stand politically. Um,
Yep.
and so when we talk about
And
these
I agree
things,
with you, Mama
it matters
DDB.
to
I
everybody.
agree with you, Mama DDB. Yes, just exactly like you said. Lots of foreign communities rely on their military bases, so I agree. Like, look, if you strip them out and see and watch the other superpowers try to collapse on them, and man, we sure had it good when the old good old U.S. of A. was covering our asses, And but I think that's the strategy though. The strategy with the tariffs, with the pulling out of all the organizations, and then it's all in effort for us to renegotiate our position of what we pay. We pay way more than everybody else, and that comes out of our pockets.
Mm-hmm.
That comes out of our pockets, and it sucks. And I'm tired of it.
Absolutely.
So I'll tighten the belts
Absolutely.
up for however long it's got to go. You know what I mean?
And just like a little quick thing
But
of like to try to make it understand how good it is for like Americans in these other countries. A lot of people don't want to come back home because they see how good they
nope.
have it over in other countries as an American citizen making American tax dollars. Oh, they're living the high life. They come back to America and they realize they're no one special once they're back in America. So it's a big difference.
Yeah,
Very big
it's a
difference.
little bit hyperbolic. It's a little hyperbolic, but there was a movie. I know that the actor Ray Trebezier was in it, but there was like a movie where this American went over to some Slavic country and had like $200, and he was the richest guy ever. That's a bit of hyperbole, but it's on the money.
No, bro, we lived in Croatia. I'll never forget this. I was in Italy for 3 years, but we spent a year of those 3 years we spent in Croatia in the shipyards. And I'll never forget, you go out with $20. Their currency was like 7-1 to ours in Croatia. So you go out with like $20 and you party like rock stars all night. You just popping bottles at the end of the day. You pop bottles for 6 hours in a club and you spent all of like $40. with a group of people. It was crazy. Yeah. Then you come back to the States and you can't afford one bottle in the car.
All right. Yeah. I'm sorry I was looking down there. I was listening to you. I have headphones on, unlike you, so I can actually hear you. But
I hear you, brother. I got speakers.
Pew, pew,
pew. I got speakers.
So,
all right.
I was just making sure that the FB Live was going right, but we're good. Yeah, we're streaming on 1, 2, 3, 4 different platforms, but 8 different places. So I was just checking on some of the other ones, making sure they were going okay. But anyway, back to the topic. So there's something just like I wanted to expound on what you said earlier about how we're down the middle, because like I caught a lot of flack on posting about how I didn't love using a tragedy to push an agenda. I hated it in the last administration. Mm-hmm. I hate it in every administration. And like I said, you and I both, we criticized, man, Trump. You can't sit there and say that it's a DEI at fault when these people just got killed and lost their lives. Like we're gonna criticize and we're gonna appreciate and we're gonna do both sides of the coin. We've done it ever since we've ever started even talking about this kind of stuff years ago. You know, probably in our 20s. Nobody can ever say that I'm not going to call every single action out for the good or for the bad. You know, if you screw up, I'm going to say something. If you do something good, I'm going to say something.
That's right. That's right. We don't hold back from either parties, either people. We call spades a spade. Y'all obviously know me from my TikTok channel. I call it how it is. I give it to everybody pretty equally. So, and I feel like more people should do that and not be scared to actually voice that opinion. Me and Divi here, we have lost friends, family members, you name it. We've lost it because we don't pick one side or the other. And it is what it is.
Well, I'll tell you this. You might have lost, I've never lost a friend. I've lost acquaintances and good riddance.
Okay. Acquaintances. Hey, you lose acquaintances, friends. Hey, you know, gotta love it. Gotta love it.
I've never lost a friend except to the afterlife.
I got
I hate to be morbid there, but
I appreciate it. Appreciate going dark there. Right here, right. Nice and early.
Can I stay dark for a second? Because I got hit with, look, man, everything's obvious, but when you hear something interesting, you got to say it, right? And I saw this thing, man. I mean, TikTok, bro. For better or worse. I saw this thing that made me tear up a little bit. And I'm not a very emotional guy, but I teared up a little bit because I'm thinking of you, me, Malcolm, and Dave. And that core, and then of course the ones that we have individually, because it's like a tree, right? We got a 4-person tree, but then it branches out, right? Because I know you got Mike and I got Alan, and we got all these people,
we all
right?
got other friends, right?
And I'm sitting there thinking, man, like I saw this TikTok where it said, just think about how one of your friends is going to go to all of your funerals. One of you is not going to get to go to any of your funerals, and one of you, nobody's going to go to your funeral. Man, that hit me in the feels. Golly, bro. Oh, man. All right, sorry to bring it down. Let's go back up.
Man, all right. Right. I don't want to think about that at all. Like, can we not? All right.
Yeah, no, but no. I say it to say, man, like, this is what we always say, dude. Live in your moment. You know me, my rule, put your damn phone down. Not right now. Keep watching us. But in your moments, right?
Hang out with
right. In your moments, man, when you're at a concert, when you're at an event, when you're experiencing something, man, live in that. Like I said, when I just went to Puerto Rico, I had the best time. I took a couple of videos, but man, I didn't take hardly any footage that really tells you what I got to do there, because I was just in it, man. I'm not gonna hold it like when I'm sitting there doing bachata. I'm not gonna sit here with my phone like, hey, watch me dance, baby, watch me. I can't do it. I'm not like those girls. I don't have the hair to do all that nonsense.
Well, it's one of those things where it's like it's a cultural thing, right? So this comes back to the cultural thing. And once again, I got to experience something when I lived overseas. Is when people start comparing like how it is in the United States versus other countries, I'm like, can we start comparing like better things? You know what I mean? And one of those was I'm overseas and I'm in Europe. Like, bro, you sit down at a table, no one's got their phone out. Everyone's like smoking a cigarette, having espresso or a cappuccino, whatever they're drinking, having coffee. They're hanging out. Man, they're not sitting there on their phone. So when I came back to the United States, I mean, I'm sitting down at dinner and I see like 4 people at a table of 8 with their phones out. And I'm like, yo, can y'all put the fucking phones away? Like, I ain't here to have dinner with your phone. I'm here to have dinner with y'all. Like, and so it's a cultural thing, you know what I mean? And that's something we got to change around here. Put that phone down and enjoy life and the people that you were with.
So this is again, I said it earlier, this is not going to be in our description because we had a couple of main topics, but I'm going to go ahead and transition right into that topic since we already kind of touched on it. And that is something you wanted to talk about: lack of the ability to hold a conversation, lack of basic social skills, because people, I hate the saying touch grass, but man, you got to get out there. I love to play video games as much as anybody, but man, you got to get out in the real world and talk to people, have some conversations. You know what I'm saying? Go for this way, man. Have at it. I know this is your. Yep.
That's one of the biggest things that I cannot stand is like, and I get it. Like, there's people that are introverts. Totally get it. But, for example, I got on dating apps for a little bit, right? And the lack of conversations, you can't have conversations. No one knows how to keep a conversation alive. Nice shirt. I love the shirt, bro. Is crazy. Then you go out in public, and
maybe.
You're trying to have conversations. Me and you've dealt with this. A lot of people don't do enough in life. A lot of people don't want to talk. A lot of they don't know how to talk. They only want to text. I have people go like, "Are you serious? Like, you really going to just like ignore people? Like, if they don't like call you back, if you call them, like, absolutely. If I call you, call me back. If I text you, text me back. Because if you call me, I might text you, like, and here's the thing, right? And here's the thing. People had to like go the extreme, right? Like, here's the thing. Yes, you can reply with a text to say, hey, I'm in a meeting right now. I'll call you as soon as I get done. Boom. Cool. That's an okay text. But don't text me when you're free and be like, hey, man, you call? Nah, bitch. I don't know who you are. Control Alt Delete. You're done. You're out of there. Yeah. Because communication, I know I'm old, but damn. Nobody, men, women, nobody know how to communicate. It's not hard. We got to work on that. We got to work down as society. We got to put people got to put phones down and actually
no, they don't. And that, look. Well, I have a feeling on that, and that is that, I mean, I think that you and I, due to how old we are now, we fortunately came from the last generation that didn't start out with a smartphone.
Yes,
we had 100%. Phones. Mine was a flip.
100%.
It was nights and weekends. Man, let's go back to nights and weekends, bro. You got, man, you would have like a $200 bill if you talked during the week. Nights and weekends, baby. Let's go back to nights and weekends.
This is what I hated. The fucked up thing, because people got so involved in texting. Here's the fucked up thing about it. I was one of the first friends that got a cell phone, right? And the only reason I got a cell phone, I got it at 14 years old, was because my, parents, like when you're growing up, you're like, yeah, I'm going out with so-and-so. My girlfriend, and they'd be like, oh yeah, where are you going? You'd be like, it's just a saying, right? Until I came home and I was like, I got a girlfriend. I need a phone. And they were like, nah, you don't need a phone. You're not going anywhere. And then my girlfriend came and picked me up because she was like 16 and I was 14. But since I looked like a grown man, she had a car. The next day I had a cell phone, bro. Okay? The next day. Everyone else had like beepers in the prepaid phones, right? So that's what the nights and the weekends were free.
Yeah.
But like anything before 8 o'clock was like that $5 a minute, right? And I hated this back then was I had texting and no one had it. No one knew it. Texting was
Yeah.
free. No one had it. No one knew how to use it. So I told my family, or like it was like $5 or something. I told my parents, I was like, take it off. No one uses this. And then everybody switched to doing nothing but fucking texting. And I didn't have texting. And I think that's probably why I got this big ass pet peeve against people who text all the damn time. And I like to call because I didn't have texting. I wanted to call.
Yeah, man. It was so funny because man, I don't want to talk about how bad of old heads we are because it's starting to sound that way. But I got the hang of texting the old way, the 111 to get a C, or what would that be? 999? I don't remember.
Yeah.
But you had to hit it however many times.
Right.
And then as soon as that came out, the BlackBerry dropped, and then it had with a full keyboard, and I didn't have one, and I was like, ugh. So now we can just, use QWERTY, the good old QWERTY, instead of having to go 11112, 11116, 22228.
Yeah,
bro, that's crazy.
Yeah, but we're the last generation that was able to have a childhood and grow up without social media, cell phones. Because I mean, Facebook came out in college when I was like a freshman or sophomore.
I was in college.
So, and Facebook was yellow when it was just for students, and then it turned blue and was for everybody.
Do you remember when it was just for students in 06? It was just for students.
Yeah, just for students. I was alive
when it was just for students,
and it was yellow. It was yellow. It wasn't blue. It was great. No, I'm just kidding. It sucked because not many people knew about it. It was terrible. But oh well. But yeah, no, we're the last.
My MySpace was like decked out. I learned like HTML because of MySpace and all that. But then it just went dead as soon as Facebook went public. And because it was, I guess it was just because it was a simpler platform. Man, I'll tell you what, bro.
That was
I missed those MySpace days where I was doing top 5s, top 8s.
But here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. Like, even when it comes to like the youth and people like communicating and having conversations, it still comes down to just it's the culture, man. Because like I said, I was overseas and people don't have a problem with that. Now, in certain parts overseas that are becoming very westernized, yeah, they're having some of those issues, obviously. But in a lot of places, man, sit down, have your beer, smoke your cigars and your cigarettes, and enjoy where you're at, who you're with. Like, it's just, I love it. I miss Spain, man. When I went to Spain, it was amazing. It just, people ain't hanging out on their phones, and it's.
There's a really cool thing. There's a really cool thing in. Yeah. Well, there's this really cool thing in like, especially in Asia, which is like internet cafes are huge. Like they're huge, and it's not always because these guys don't have internet at home, but that is the main reason for their existence. But those internet cafes thrive because people still want to be around people, even while they're kind of doing their own thing. Like they keep community. There's still a community there, and so they still keep people around them to understand, have a sense of sociability. Hey, can I borrow a pen? Something simple like that. But so
which I think a lot of that
because
I'm gonna try this in real quick.
Keeping how old we are. Sorry,
I'm gonna try this in real quick, and the reason why we're gonna bring this up is because one of the big things about what we want to talk about a lot of times is like mental health and stuff, and making sure everyone's good, and I think that plays a huge part in it. And when you don't see the mental health issues in other countries that you do ours, you have to take that into consideration. Look how they react with each other. Look how they hang out and they're there for each other and whatnot. Like, something to take in. That's something that I like to compare when we compare, other countries to ours and like things that we could go with and change and whatnot. And I love that. So, Appreciate everyone being in the chat. Thank you, everyone coming here from TikTok. If you're on TikTok, by all means, come over to the YouTube channel. You'll get to see Divi, interact with Divi, so y'all can ask him whatever you want and get his wonderful opinions and views on it.
So what's next? Don't wait till later. Do it now.
Do it now.
So, let me just touch on that real quick because I think that sociability is declining and it needs, man, for us to maintain a healthy country. It's not just personalized, man. It's the entire country. It's the entire community. If no one's talking to each other, man, that leads to very, very bad things, man. On a country, on a national level, if nobody interacts and there's no communication, we're done for, man. We're done for. It's going to be the end of an era. We might not live to see it, but the less that people actually communicate and interact, it's just not good for your mental health to be fully alone. Being alone is fine, but you need some kind of interaction to keep yourself sane.
Yeah, you do. I mean, look at some of my videos on the TikTok. I mean, I can just say something and people are going to take it 20 different ways. Communication, man. Communication.
Yeah, for real. So next up, man, you had quite a busy week. Would you have like four things go around the world and back again?
Yeah, man. I couldn't even post things because this is something like if I got a video that's like going viral, I can't post anything. Like no video I get is gonna like reach anybody. So I got a few. They did do pretty good. Jordan, I like that. Just watch the holiday. That was a good one.
Your boy just made me laugh, bro. Oh, that killed me.
That's a good one.
Best Jack Black movie ever.
Yeah. But yeah, dude. It's
the one that I found funny was.
I had a few go viral. I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
The first one. What was the first one? I think went viral.
Oh,
it got people in it.
Was it the cute? I got it.
Which one?
No.
Was it the cute versus
we'll talk about that later because that's something I want to save for a little later.
All right. Which one?
No.
Which one?
No, that one's later. We'll talk about that one later. Right now, I want to talk about what's in the description. 2 incomes. You're a failure as a man.
Oh,
you are a failure as a man.
All right. My favorite thing. My two
if your
favorite
girl
things.
Works.
My 2 favorite things.
Go on.
Calling out pandering buffoons online. These people who play to y'all's emotions to get the clicks and the views. And let me go ahead and say this for people that get in the comments talking about, did you listen to his whole video? You see, here's the thing about TikTok that a lot of big creators do. They've learned there's a thing. They got to get you to watch the video for 5 seconds. So they say some outlandish shit to get your attention. I'm replying to that outlandish shit. I don't care what you said for 75 seconds after that. You wanted my attention. I'm replying to what you said. That's number 1. Number 2 is being realistic. And that's why I had to drop the facts for everybody. And that was real simple. Was in majority of places in this country, it takes 2 incomes to survive. So to sit out there and try to say men, and I've made some satire videos doing some stuff like that. People caught on to that. It was satire. But when you want to sit there and say that men are failures because their woman has to work, bullshit. And when you have hundreds of thousands of followers, you know what I'm saying? You've got a little bit of influence, a little bit of say, so your message is going to reach more people. Saying that, this is fucked up because it's not true. And the thing about it is when you have big influence that reach millions of people, when you're going to sit out there and say something like that, what is that doing to people? Right? Because what do we talk about? We also talk about, and this is everyone's favorite thing, is under the age of 25, your frontal lobe is not fully developed. So you want to tell people out there that they're failures because their girlfriend has to work when their frontal lobe isn't fully developed. You know, it's one of those things, like, it's not a good thing to say, but yeah, it went viral, and luckily there was a ton of people, and I loved it. I loved the comments, everyone backing me up, and you can see usually it's the miserable people that were like, no, you are failures, do better, be better. And I'm like, yeah, you're single and miserable, it's okay. You're never going to catch that unicorn. But yeah, gotta drop a little bit of knowledge for everybody, and a lot of people don't take that into consideration. But yeah, go ahead. Say what you got to say. I know you got stuff to say.
Oh yeah, I got something. So I want to say basically this, okay? And that is, ladies, because that was directed at you. That wasn't directed as men. See, he called the men failures as men, but he wasn't talking to the men. He was pandering to y'all. And this is why we don't like panderers, because panderers unfortunately are able to hook into your brain and create unreal expectations. And I am not saying don't go for the life you want. Go for the life you want. If you don't want to be a working spouse, go for that life. But there's also this thing called realistic expectations, okay? And then there's a very small percentage of men, especially in this day and age, that can support that by themselves. And that is the upper 2% of men, 1.5% of men,
It all depends on a variety of things. All right. This is a part of it that they don't understand.
Of course.
There's men who make 60K and the wife won't have to work. And then there's dudes that make 300K and their wife don't have to work. It all depends on lifestyle, where you live, the quality of life you're comfortable with.
Of course.
It all varies and changes, right? There is no magic number, because I know people that they make 400K and they're living paycheck to paycheck and they're struggling, and it is what it is. But
right. But again, that goes to my point, though. But that goes to my point. That goes to my point of the realistic expectations. You have to know what kind of a partner you need to live the life you want to live. So if you're good with the humble life, you can get a man that makes 35, 50K, and you just happen to have no debt, and you got yourself a house in the country, and we got chickens for eggs, and we're growing. We got a garden over here, and he works, and the mortgage isn't too bad because we don't have any debt, and you want to live the humble life. That's a beautiful life. I love that life. I'd like to live that life. That's the life I would ultimately want. I want a country estate, no debt, and a wife that doesn't have to do anything but say, "Welcome home, honey." Okay, because I like, dude. Yeah. Go ahead.
But if you want the 3 vacations a year, you want the $100,000 vehicle or $80,000 vehicle a piece, you want, to live in a certain size house in a certain area, and you want to do certain things and be able to shop and do this and do that, whatever. Like, that's going to take a lot of money, and not many people solo are able to provide that. And so y'all see me on my TikToks, and I tell people, go for what you want. But don't complain when what you want isn't realistic by statistical standards, statistical probability. Mm-hmm. Don't get mad. Just sit out there and wait for you to find your 0.0002% person. And when they come along, then snatch them up, and hopefully you're what they want. Tell men the same thing. I get told that based off just a handful of standards. I get told that all day long. And I'm like, I know this. But but yes, 2 incomes usually is what it takes to run a household in today's society.
And again, because I don't like to create unrealistic expectations in everybody, man. Like, that's why you and I are vehemently against panderers on both ends. By the way, this is not just men to women and women to men. And any pandering you do where you try to create an unrealistic expectation into people, you're a problem, in my opinion. Hey, make your money. If people fall for that crap, good for them. But if you listen to us, if you listen to
Mhm.
Mr. Accountability over here, or I guess on this video he's over there. If you listen to him, well
Yeah.
then, look, he's gonna tell you that this is all horseshit. Jordan going to space. Yeah, I feel you, bro. I feel you.
Yeah.
Let me know how cold
Yeah,
it
you
is.
got to find a
Right?
a person that wants space. Yeah. The thing is everybody wants things. Everybody out here in this dating world, like they all want, particular things. They want particular standards. They want particular preferences. And here's the one thing that y'all can't really say that in any of my videos. I don't go around in my videos saying men ain't shit, women ain't shit. There aren't any good men and women out here. I never say those things, and it's because, I've said it plenty of times. Everyone's great, but like you gotta, decide what's important to you and what you want, and then find people that have those few important things, because no one's going to be perfect. And people that go, they found the perfect person, sure. Lucky you. But it's unrealistic once you start adding on the plethora
Yes, sir.
of
And it's
stuff.
absolutely, and that runs a smooth transition into we're gonna explore. Speaking of unrealistic expectations, let's talk about creating expectation and upholding a standard. There's this elusive thing out there that nobody can seem to put their finger on what exactly it is. So we're going to explore that a little bit. And that is, brother, what's the bare minimum? What is it? Nobody
Oh
can
man,
seem to
the
agree on
bare
it.
minimum, right? I thought they chose the bear anyway. The bare minimum. The bare minimum is real simple. The bare minimum is the what you will allow. What you will allow for you to reward. That's it.
Yep.
That's it. If you will let someone simply exist, that's the bare minimum. If you only reward people who put in effort for, hourly, daily, month, weekly, they got to invest in you a certain amount and then you reward them, then that's your bare minimum. But when you reward nothing, but then want people to work, your bare minimum's this. Okay, that's it. That's it. That's the bare minimum, is what you will allow. What you will allow until you reward.
Yeah. So the bare minimum conversation is in the bare minimum posts that you see on Facebook are some of the funniest one, the funniest thing you'll ever see, because and look, it's especially when guys say it. Come on, man. Like any guy that has a post about how guys are doing the bare minimum, they are pandering to you because they want to do the bare minimum. That all those guys are what my buddy over here likes to call a goober. Okay?
Goobers.
They're goobers.
Goober.
They're liars. They do the bare minimum. You know what every man does? Every man, ladies, I'm going to let you in on a secret. Every single man in the world that tries to date you, get with you, marry you, they do the bare minimum. There's no ceiling. They
No?
do what you allow them to do to get what they need or want out of you. That's
Right.
the bare minimum. There is no ceiling. There's no middle. There's nothing. It's just the bare minimum. There's no such thing. It's only what you allow to get what they want. A man will give you the world if that's what you require, or they will give you syphilis if you let them.
For free.
Period.
For free. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. The bare minimum conversation. It's up to you, right? And it don't matter who you are. It don't matter man, woman. It don't matter. It's what you require from an individual. That's the bare minimum. Okay, is that I can't. If I'm willing to let this woman over here get away with doing everything just because I think she's hot, like that's the bare minimum. You know, uh, Vice versa. That's just all it is.
Yep.
You know, it's not like,
the
you know, and I'm sorry, but you don't.
lady I've ever met. It goes both ways.
Yeah, you don't get the. This is the thing: is you don't get to reward bare minimum, bottom ass effort, and then talk shit to people who are doing above bottom ass effort. And that's what I think. That's what like pissed me off about the bare minimum. You know, when everyone say doing this, doing this, doing this, and doing this, these things are bare minimum. I'm like, well, when you don't have to do those things, that's not the bare minimum. The bare minimum is what you allow.
Nope.
So if you've allowed 5 people before you to do nothing, simply exist, and you reward their behavior, that's the bare minimum. You know, and hey man, bare minimum. You want more better effort, reward better effort. That's all I can say. That's all you can do. You know what I'm saying? If everybody got on the same page, and here's the thing: if everybody got on the same page, and look, I need you to do A, B, and C before I do A, B, and C. And if you need me to do A, B, and C before you do it, like you gotta be doing things together. You know what I mean? And yeah. Reward.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you ladies know something, man. Even the men, even men with the best intentions. Look, we have morality. So there's things that I'm just never gonna do. Okay, but not every man is the same, obviously, and I'm actually gonna go ahead and say most men are decent guys, but you guys don't want to date most men. You want to date certain men, and certain men with options, they have different standards. Me, I have no options, so I got to work hard. Okay, I'm ugly, fat.
My man.
I gotta give you the world. Open that door. Open. You know, be creative and all. Nah, I do fine. I'm just messing around.
It just comes down
my
to
point
it.
is this:
When it comes to
anyone
the
that, yeah, you gotta have your and you gotta hold your standards. And the thing that sucks about that is people are afraid to be alone because we have access to too many people now. I can talk to a girl in Spain. I can talk to a girl in, like you said, Croatia. I can talk to a girl in Japan. If we can communicate, I can get a vibe going. And then if I got enough money, I can fly over there, and then she might just give me what I want, and then I can fly back home and be like, damn, that was a good weekend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was a damn good weekend.
But you still got to hold your standards. You know, you got to hold your standards. As a man and a woman, you got to hold your standards, man. As a man, if you want your partner to do certain things, you gotta hold to that standard. You can't give way. Obviously, what is it called? Compromise is key, but it has to be compromised inside of what you're willing to, concede. So, if you don't want to be treated like shit, you gotta understand you can't let them treat you like shit. And that just is what it is. Both
Reward
ways.
good behavior.
Like the ladies love both ways.
Again. Reward good behavior. That's all you got to do. You know. Yeah, that's it. It's reward good behavior.
Mama DDB, do you know me? Do you know me? Do you know me? How do you know I'm a great guy? How do you know? Could be terrible. I appreciate you saying so, though. I don't know if that's somebody I know or not.
Oh goodness. Oh yeah. But
wait. Is that my mama? That might be my mama. Oh snap! That might be my mother. Oh my God, that's my mother.
Oh!
My mother is watching me school y'all.
Nice.
Mama, what's up? Yo, I had to look at that like, whoa, is that my mother?
That is amazing. I love it.
Oh,
that is great.
Anyway, hey, shout out to your mama. So my mother would know I'm a great. Hey, ladies, I'm a great guy. See, my mother just told you so, and she has no vested interest at all.
Yeah. I got. Look, so we got this saying. All right, we got a question in TikTok from Stacy. How do you reward good behavior when you can't even get a text back?
Hang on, I got you. Hang on, I got this prepared.
All right. How do you reward good behavior?
Hang on, let me just switch this asset up. Go ahead, take question.
How do you reward good behavior when you can't even get a text back? Why you even got that person's number? Why you even got that person's number? Why you even got that person's number? You can't get a text back? Cool. Next. There's people. Here's something else I'll say. Here's something else I'm going to say this. When people ask these questions, right? And this goes for men and women. And I hear it a lot from women is go, hey, what does it mean when men do this or men do that? Blah, 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 blah. And I go, what does it mean if a woman was to do that? Well, it means they're not interested. Bada bing, bada boom. It's the same thing, right? If a person don't want to text you, find someone that will. I guarantee you, everybody, listen to me. I'm the captain now, okay? Everybody got people that will text them, that want to text them. You have to start liking people that like you. Stop liking people who only want you for your validation, who only want you for your attention. Actually like people that like you. I can't count, Divi, how many people we know. They finally gave up on their type because their type don't act right, their type don't want them, and then they settled down with someone finally. And you're like, oh, you settled for them. You finally went and got with someone who liked you. And they're good. They're happy. Got family, married, the whole nine. That's what it is. So if someone don't want to text you back,
I just gave up on my type about a week ago.
Go ahead, Divi.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, I just had it happen. Oh, and by the way, just before I get started, shout out Malcolm in the chat, Libertarian Nerd. That's our boy. Movie reviews coming in 2 weeks if y'all are into that kind of thing. By the way, you said something was missing. Are you doing movie reviews with us?
Yes,
I don't remember you saying that. Are you doing that with us?
I did. We said that in the conversation. You just ignored me.
Okay.
But I didn't know we were doing the movie.
Okay, I'll change the artwork then. Sorry,
I said it was doing something else. I thought it was a different movie.
Oh yeah.
So, y'all trying to do the open.
Back to what I was saying.
What y'all doing? I libertarian nerd. I got y'all, bro.
Hey, no,
y'all trying to do the open door for me.
Shut up. Anyway, all right, we'll change the artwork. We'll add your big ass into the theater. I don't know if we can all fit in that theater, but we might. We're three huge guys. Anyway, so when it comes to a response, right? So I had a girl over the Thanksgiving holiday completely blindside me by coming up to me, showing interest in me. This doesn't happen to guys a lot. I just don't think this is normal. This is not normal activity, okay? She's a beautiful girl. Came up to me, asked for my number, played video games with me, was an incredible hang, talked to me about all the cool stuff, got her number. Well, she got my number, okay, and then called me immediately, watched me lock it in, texted me for like 2 weeks. Everything was good, made plans, did those plans, text, and then suddenly nothing anymore. No more. I didn't do anything, but since she didn't answer the last thing I said, I haven't said shit. And I never will. I'm never going to be the guy having 600 conversations until I finally get a response. And that response is going to be like, stop talking to me. No. I'm just done. And then when she sees it in 6 months and is like, oh my God, I just got this. I'll be like, well, you know what I just got? Herpes. Sorry.
Yeah. No. People are going to talk to who they want to talk to. People are going to respond. Like, I mean, some people get busy. Like, some people really are busy ass people. There's not a lot of people. It's some. Some people work in places that they can't talk to, you on a regular basis. But if you can't get a text back, they're not that interested. Like they said, like the comment said, that movie, he's just not that into you. There you go. But I like to say it. I'm like, I've told many girls that, female friends of mine, hey, what does it mean? Guy did this. I'm like, well, if a girl did it, what would it mean? Well, he's not that. It means she's just not interested. I'm like, That ego can't. Look, here's something a lot of people got to understand. Y'all got to let y'all egos take that hit. A lot of y'all got some egos that y'all don't want to realize. You want to let some stuff go. Not everybody's perfect. Look, I have shot my shot and been shut down. It's okay. You move on. 7, almost 8 billion people in the world. Y'all gonna be here.
There's a lot of them, and what else y'all got? We're coming on to the hour mark. What else y'all got? Let's take questions.
Oh yeah,
we've covered our topics. Hit us with whatever y'all got.
What was the other video we were talking about? Did you only write those 2 down?
The cute. You know what? Yeah, let's jump into that.
The third one?
No, the cute versus hot.
Oh my goodness, that pissed off women and made some women happy. Okay. The thing is that a girl made a video,
and I don't know why. Hey, I don't know why it pissed them off. It's obvious.
I'll tell you why. Because a lot of women call men cute that they're not interested in, that they're not attracted to. They'll say, he's cute. They say that because they're not attracted to him.
Of course.
So when a man calls a woman cute, they take that the same way. Not realizing it's different. But yeah, that was the whole thing, right? It was
big difference.
That a girl said her guy friends were all telling them how like they think cute women are more attractive than hot women. And I said, yeah. And the truth is that a lot of times, now this doesn't go for everybody, it's not 100% and whatnot, but I said, well, yeah, a lot of times because women who are cute, and when men say you're cute, they literally mean you're cute, you're still attractive, you're pretty, you're just not hot, right? And
yeah, we don't parse words.
Yeah, cute women or women who aren't hot tend to, more times than not, have a better personality. And they put in effort. They actually try. It's a lot like when women go, all the tall dudes go for the short girls. And I'm like, the short girl is here smiling, having a good time, looking like she's having fun in a place of entertainment. She's more approachable than you who sits in the corner with your resting bitch face. That's it's like the same concept. So you got a better personality and you're pretty? Yeah, you're more attractive. You're more attractive. And man, the ego
there's no worse excuse. So there's no worse excuse though than when a tall girl's like, well, I'm intimidating to men. No, you're not. You're not intimidating. Please come up. First of all, you got to be mad tall to be taller than us anyway. But even, man, the short kings like tall women too. Man, talk to us. The short girls get up in our faces and be like, you're tall. They start a conversation, because they know what they want. If you want a tall man, but you think men are intimidated by you and don't find you attractive because you're tall, incorrect.
Yeah. Well,
I love a tall woman.
It's like I said about cute women.
So that is
well, it's like I said about cute women. Their effort, they have more effort. So like short women put in more effort, and I've had them say that. Like, I got to be seen over these tall women, right? And so they make it a point to be like energetic, smile. They make it very obvious to a guy to like approach them.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. When it comes to that, like, who are you going to approach? The girl sitting there like this, who looks like she's having a miserable time in a place of entertainment. Or the girl that's 7 inches shorter who's dancing and smiling and laughing and like looking at you. Like, you're going to go toward one versus the other. And same thing. It's just that energy, man. One's more attractive than the other.
So Malcolm, I got to highlight Malcolm right now. Malcolm has a great point. When we think you're cute, we're thinking about beyond sex. Okay, if somebody just says you're hot, that's pretty much indicated. My first thought is sex. When I sit back and I'm like, hey, she's cute. That's all encompassing. Okay, I'm not gonna call you cute unless it's physical and personality and all the other things. Conversationally, you're cute. Your reactions are cute. Everything's cute. Okay, that's exactly correct, Malk. Cute is a good thing. Hot means I'm gonna try to do the bare minimum.
Yeah. Well, dude, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Naive people are going to try to act like they don't know what we're talking about, right? How many women friends you know, Malcolm, you can agree with this, will say, oh, I see the hot guy. Yeah, I want to fuck him, but I want this dude. He's the one I want to settle down with. Women say it all the time. It's the same concept. I try to say this. Men and women are very, very much alike, more so than people want to give credit to. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me you're going to sit out here and try to tell me that women don't look at the hot dude and be like, yeah, I'll fuck him. And those are the dudes that don't got to put in effort. You'll do the one night stand with the fucking hot dude.
Brother, my mother is in here.
But the cute guy over here, he got to put in some work because you see potential. You see a future with him. That shit don't ever make sense to me, but whatever, right? But you know, and that's what y'all do. It's okay. It's okay. And hey, look, in the comments on TikTok, look, y'all have got to get away from this grown woman versus other woman. Like, let's just, y'all do it, okay? Y'all do it. Because here's the thing. We don't need women to wait.
Yeah,
just like we don't need women to wait, just like we don't need men to wait to be 50 to be grown. Okay? Like, I literally see women that are in their 30s, me being 39, right? I see women in their 30s acting like they're 25 doing the same thing, okay? But they be like, they swear they grown. You know, it is what it is. But that's all it is. But man, the egos couldn't do it, and the shaming tactics that went when I was like, yeah, a lot of dudes find cute women more attractive because A, B, and C. And then the fucking shaming that came through. God. That's because y'all y'all are pedophiles. They were in the comments like, yo, because cute women look like children. I'm like, what? I saw it countless times. Yeah.
It's in your comments right now.
Yeah, they put like,
yo,
oh, that's
y'all come over to YouTube to excoriate y'all.
Good oh no, they didn't say that. No. They said that in the comments on the video. Not in the live right now. They said that in the comments on the video. They were like, that's because cute women are easier to manipulate. And it's like, I see hot women being manipulated on a daily. But it was that ego, man. The ego can't take hearing things like that. It's all right. It's all right. I'm ugly, short, and broke. It's okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, well. Ugly, I thought it was like, yeah, so the videos went real viral this week. You can't be submissive without an alpha.
Well, there's another one I want to talk about.
Women choose who they want to be submissive with.
Stupid too.
Oh.
Bro, let me tell you something, man.
What's up? Tell me, bro.
I love that all of these comments are coming in. And you remember what we used to talk about, bro? The keywords or the key phrases that they use. I mean, I'm alpha, grown woman, like all these dumbass keywords. It's all the same thing. Alone and difficult to deal with. We get it. You're alone and difficult to deal with.
And I want to put this
out there. That's what those damn things mean.
And a lot of people get this. A lot of people that are like that follow me. A lot of people that follow my content, they understand my sarcasm when I do use those words. Like when I be bringing that stuff up, they do. Like my followers, I love y'all, and y'all know y'all get them in the comments. Like, God, it's sarcasm because I use those key words, and it's just no. Like people are grown. Like grown people are grown. You got grown people who are going to act one way. You got grown people who are going to act another way. But they grown. There's no real man or real woman. No, they're women. They're women and men. They just act different, want different things. And, yeah. You know, Having an alpha. Here's the thing about the alpha. Here's the thing about the alpha, and this is why I laugh, because we're going to have different opinions of what an alpha is. The dudes I've seen women call alphas, no one gives a shit about. Like, he wouldn't lead anything. No one's scared of him. No one's intimidated. He don't rule nothing. And y'all be like, that's an alpha. And we're like, he can't lead his way out of a wet paper bag. But you think he's cute, cool. Like, that's why I hate that stuff's goofy to me. It's just goofy to me. Real men don't play video games. That's right. Real men don't play video games. I am not a real man at all. I am a little boy. Damon. I am a little boy.
Why do I keep hearing you, bro?
What's up?
I keep hearing you reverb. It's crazy. Oh, I know what it was. All right, we're good. We're good. We're good. Nothing. I kept hearing you. It was my own phone. Nothing. It was my own phone. I heard you talking. Yeah. So there's another funny thing about there's another funny thing that I love, which is, since we're on the subject of keywords and code that people use, there's a physical aspect of that too, which is another video that I think might have went viral for you, is the one where women get fake boobs and fake butts and makeup to keep just in order for men to keep bothering them. Listen, just like you said, y'all get that shit for you. We don't want it. Don't want it. I don't want your makeup. I don't want your fake anything. If you want to get it, that's cool. It's fun to play with. But I don't need it. Don't want it. Would rather just come in the stock package. You know what I'm saying? It's not Fast and the Furious. We don't need a body kit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't need a wrap. And I'll tell you one thing. Yeah. I definitely don't need lip injections. Please, for the love of Christ, you can get all the tits and ass you want. Please don't get lip injections. Hate them. You look like a duck. Can't stand it.
Look,
I got a girl who I was talking to. I thought she was one of the most beautiful women in the world. Hang on. I got a girl that I was talking to. You know who she is. We're not gonna say. Who was one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen, that I know personally. Talking to her, came back with that damn duck lip. I'm done. I can't take it seriously no more. I have no physical attraction anymore. Everything else is the same. It's all the same, except that little thing that happens when you duck up. I can't stand it, bro. Don't get that shit. You get that shit for you because women tell you that shit is cool. We don't like that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Now go ahead.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about it. I think everyone should just do what they want to do. Get what you want to get. Live your life how you want. All right. But here's the thing. Blaming other people is the problem that I have with it. Well, we got BBLs because men wanted that shit. No, you wanted that shit. Yes, men might have liked and followed women who had BBLs. Whoop-de-doo. That don't mean go get one. You know what I mean? People do things for themselves. And I'm all for it. Do what y'all want to do. Don't blame other people for it when it don't work out in your favor. But you know what I do love about it? I love that all the people that made the shit popular, all the BBL and fake plasticness that made it all popular, they all got it removed. They're all getting it removed.
Yeah.
I love it. But,
yeah,
look
at old Big Dick, Pete Davidson. Hey, bro. Pete Davidson is taking every tattoo off of his body, man. Salute to that dude. Bro. That man got himself fixed up. I'm not even a Pete Davidson fan. I don't even think he's funny. But that man's like, you know what? I got tattoos when I just saw a random icicle sculpture in New Zealand. And I was like, I got to get a tattoo of that.
He's got him ate up in the head.
Now he's getting them all removed, and the dude looks healthier and happier, man. Good for you, bro. Hey. Good for you, man. Stop doing shit because it just don't do shit on a whim like that, man. Don't ruin yourself thinking it's cool. thinking it's acceptable, man. Telling you guys, I'm not pro natural or pro plastic surgery. I'm not a pro anything. But you are only doing it for yourself to compete with other women, as my boy just said. Boy, we are in sync. Let's go. Libertarian nerd,
That's
aka
right.
Malcolm.
And
Brother,
that's like
we're in sync. You're only competing with yourself and others.
Marlon said that they have the duck lip because they went to a bad doctor. They went to a bad injector. Look, they all look the same. It does the same motion. Like, for the most part, don't get me wrong, for the most part, but I think that's funny. All right, here, Stacy's got another question. Why does it look like those ladies are getting more play? Not the kind of play I want. Because it looks like they're getting more play. See, here's the thing. They're getting more play. All right, it comes down to a lot of things, right? Why do the guys who post thirst traps, who are hot, do the TikToks that they do and whatnot, right? And they're out there because people will eat it up, right? But does that mean they're actually getting all the play under the sun? No. Does it mean that they're getting all the play that they desire and want? No. A lot of them people, like, I don't think a lot of y'all really understand that a lot of those, like, very popular, like, influencers who are constantly, like, showing their bodies off, getting all the plastics, a lot of them are high dollar escorts. I spilled the beans. The OF models making a ton, escorts. They're getting flown out, paid a lot of money by rich people to do strange things for a little bit of change. Okay. So they're but then, like I said, it's y'all show attention.
So the ones that are getting play.
The women, it's the same way with the men, right? Y'all show them attention. There's literally, like, there's creators who have millions of followers who their whole thing is like reacting to, like, male thirst traps. And all the girls are like, I don't follow them, but I follow her and she watches it all. And I'm like, y'all do the same thing. But in reality, most of y'all aren't getting with those. Like, it's, it's funny.
Gloria, you guys even like natural girls anymore? We just spent the last, I don't know, 7 minutes telling you yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Men love natural
guys
girls.
Like us. And look, don't be deterred by this. Preference doesn't mean that we won't like you if you do have it. But I personally prefer it. Doesn't mean I don't like unnatural. God, like, probably the last 2 girlfriends I had were unnatural, and then I had 2 naturals, and then another one was unnatural. Man, it's all blended, man. We don't actually care if you get it. I mean, we care if it looks good. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we love natural. Natural's great. Love it.
Yeah. Natural's amazing. I don't y'all really let social, and this is one of those things I say, like, y'all be letting social media really get to you. Because you know what? When y'all are out here wondering why dudes that got any kind of fat on them are, like, feel some type of way about not having abs, it's because we watch the millions of reactions that the dudes with abs get, right, from all the women. So, like, the same thing y'all say about men, like in the thirst traps or, like, the BBL asses, we can say the same thing for women, right? But y'all be like, no. It's the same thing, right? But in reality, that's the internet. But then on the reality, people like a lot of, like, normal shit. There's more people. That's why we say, get off the internet. Go touch some grass. Like, now, I will say this about the internet and, like, dating apps and everything else. Of course, the problem a lot of people are having is just the fact that people keep thinking there's a better option. Yeah, they like natural, but they keep thinking, oh, I see something better. I see what I perceive to be better. I see what I perceive to be better than this one. And that's the problem a lot of people are having, You know, that's the downfall of the internet. That's the negative, the con of the internet.
Yep.
But in real life,
don't let
people are
social media. People let social media lead them. I'm saying people let social media lead them into what people think people like. It's not true. You gotta understand what's happening in real life, man. What's going on in real life? In Viking Princess, that's a preference, okay? So since you're not here for me anyway, I can go ahead and say I don't really like heavily tattooed women, but I also don't mind them. You know, it depends. I have rules on the tattoos that I like.
Yeah,
Some
he
people
does.
don't.
Yeah, he does.
My rules are it can't touch anywhere in the chesticle area. No face. Some neck is slightly acceptable. But yeah, I got rule like no butt. You know what I'm saying? Don't put anything on the butt. Don't put anything on the chesticles. And then not very much on the neck, and I'm good. Everything arms, like I don't care about any of that. That's all good. But some people don't have any limitations. And I just don't find it attractive. If I even see a peak of a tattoo hitting the chesticles, I'm done. I'm not attracted at all. Because that's me. That's for me. That's my area. Me and my son. I don't know.
Look, everybody is somebody's type. All right. I don't care if a woman has tattoos or not. I've dated women that have 0 tattoos, and I've dated women that are like 85% covered in tattoos. Like, you know, everyone has a type. So, you know, you got people. I know there's like coaches and shit out there that'll be like, you know, dudes don't like tattooed women. Well, some dudes don't, and some dudes do. This is why I say focus on liking people who like you. If you like people that like you, you're going to be a lot better off. That is literally 95% of people's, well, I would say 95, but it's a lot. It's probably the majority. It's at least 51% of people. The reason they're single, the reason they hate dating, the reason that it sucks is they like people that don't like them. They want people that don't like them. And the people they want, they don't want. For whatever reason. I like people who like me. But I've run into sometimes we're like, you know what? Unfortunately, we're just in different life.
And look, let me be. I want to be clear. I want to be clear about something also. Let me go back to the tattoo thing because I also want to say this. I have my preferences, but you know what trumps preferences? Happiness. So if you are the best girl I've ever met in my life, I'm attracted to you in every single other way. You have the greatest personality. You want to live the life that I want to live, and we're in sync and we're in lockstep with that. I'm not going to give a shit if you got tattoos on my chesticles, okay, and my ass. You know, that's because it's my ass. I don't care if you're the best woman for me. All that bullshit goes out the window. You know, it is what it is. Like, I'm not going to give up a great thing for something that stupid. And a lot of people do that.
It goes back to one of my viral videos this past week. Why men find cute women more attractive than hot women. Because it don't matter how hot you are. If your personality sucks, it sucks. People don't like that. Well, a lot of people will take the lesser attractive. That doesn't mean they're not attractive. But the lesser attractive person who's got a positive, awesome personality, who's funny, cute, got shit going on, they'll take that over the person who's attractive but is miserable. That's depressed all the time, miserable all the time, don't want to do shit, don't want to put in effort. I mean, some people like that. But I don't think majority do it. That's why it goes back to that
here's the
video.
funny thing. Here's the funny thing, though, bro. One of your people, I don't know who it was, but she said that there's always someone hotter.
Yes.
No. I disagree with that because you think that I think in terms of physicality. When I think of that, yeah, there's always somebody hotter that I'm gonna want to have sex with, sure. But
Well,
I'm
that's what
not
they mean
talking
by that.
about that. I'm a relationship guy.
But that's what they mean by
I don't
that when
care
they
if you're the
say that.
hottest thing on planet Earth. Thank you. Looks fade, personality last, and I'm a one woman man. So if you are finding in your life that there's always someone hotter, because that seemed like a personal thing. There's always somebody hotter than, well, maybe get somebody that is kind of looking for something different other than just somebody hotter, the next hotter guy. We keep telling you guys, man, look, we're not going to change your preferences. Keep your preferences. But if your preferences aren't working out for you, that's some self-reflection that you might need to do there. You know what I mean?
Well, I say it all the time. I say, look, you have your preferences, and your preference has their preferences. So you have two options: either change your preferences, which means start liking the people that like you, or you have to become what your preferences like. And for y'all that get in the comments talking about looks shouldn't matter, looks don't matter, they matter. Until you're 60, they matter.
They matter.
To the overwhelming majority of people, they matter. It ain't the entire thing that matters. You have to be able to build more than just the physical attraction. You have to have more than that, which is why a lot of hot people are single. They only have their looks. Personality wise, communication wise, they suck. How many dudes have we talked to who's like, you look at a girl, you're like, dude, she's gorgeous, she's beautiful, and you know some dude who was just like, bro, she's an idiot, she sucks, she can't talk, she's like brain dead, like she's just, that's all she had to offer was her looks, and you need more than
that. Countless. I especially when I go back to, well, I just say, especially when I go back to like my photographer days when I was doing photo shoots like every single day, sometimes 3 a day, and I would get these same conversations with the models and stuff, and it would be like, well, I can't keep a man, and because they would open up, well, we're talking, you get to know each other on a shoot, and it was the same thing, and I'm like, well, it's like talking to a cardboard box. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can't keep a conversation, and man, I keep it real, like because some of them are so nice. They're not even like bitchy hot. There's a difference. Some of them are so nice, but I have to tell them, I'm like, look, get an interest or something. You have to find something to talk about. Because if you're just talking about like if you come to me, you're just talking about, oh, like I had this photo shoot, and then like, oh yeah, like I got some new makeup. Like, nah, I don't want to talk about that shit. Do you have interests? Are you talk about all kinds of stuff?
Do you have hobbies?
We may not
We
have
talk about this all the time. Hobbies.
I'm saying,
Oh my god, have some hobbies.
Don't be a tube like don't be a tube of toothpaste. You know what I'm saying? Like just be. I hate the word "be interesting" because "be interesting" it's a hard thing for people. Some people are shy, but like, man, if you don't have something to offer other than your hotness, man, it's just we know them. We know too many of them.
Yeah.
I know. And by the way, this is not a girl thing. Again, we love ladies' favorite phrases. It goes both ways. Brother, do I know a lot of dudes who are like talking to a matchstick, like, bro, and all I'm looking for is the side of the box. I just need to strike up some kind of a conversation, but it's like the dud where the ignition is kind of rubs off and you can't get it to light. Jesus. Like talking to a matchstick. Christ.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild. It's
but
oh
wet
well.
match. Thank you, Ren. Yes, a wet match. That's where I was going with that. The cute red healer you took pics. Oh, thank you. Yeah, my mama in the comments. I take pictures of her rescue dogs so that they get adopted. I take really, really good pictures of her rescue dogs. So
Very cool.
they
Nice.
apparently the red heeler got adopted. Thank you for letting me know.
Awesome. Awesome. Love it. Love
See,
it.
I'm a nice
Right
guy,
there.
people.
How
I'm a
y'all
nice
doing?
guy. I take pictures of
Yeah.
rescue dogs.
I've adopted rescue dogs. Yeah, Frost is a rescue. It's okay.
Well, nobody
We dig it.
cares. Look, Frosty Paws. See, I still think that you're popular because of Frosty Paws, not because of you. But that's fine.
I give all the credit to my dog, man. I give all the credit. He the best looking motherfucker in the room.
I need you to listen to me. When I tell you, get to Frost faster, get to him faster. I don't need to see you. I know you. I see you. I talk to you every day at 2:00. I don't need to see you. I don't need. Hey guys, look what's here. I need Frost. Boom, immediately.
You know, here's the thing, okay? I can't give y'all too much of Frost, okay? Frost doesn't really like the camera. Okay? Like you have to sneak
That's because
the camera on Frost. Like he's not real. You don't understand. I have to take a lot of pictures to get like a good picture of Frost. I got to do a lot of work to make a video of Frost. Cause he as soon as he sees that camera, he's like, fuck you. He like turns. Like he ain't about that life. He ain't about that life. So yeah.
That's because he's shy about being cross-eyed. He's shy about being cross-eyed.
Hey,
I get it.
that cross-eyed ain't done nothing wrong. He been living it up.
Nothing
Cross-eyed and So no, hey, look, man, I'm all about Frost, bro. Frost, it's all about Frost. He's the one that got all the attention.
Shit.
I wouldn't be anything without him. So yeah.
I mean, I don't know about all that. You're kind of an awesome guy to me, so I mean, you might be something.
I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it. So, oh goodness. So what else, man? What else we got on the agenda today?
What's that?
What we gonna wrap up with today?
I'm gonna wrap up. I think we're gonna wrap up the YouTube, but I know that you're probably gonna go wild with the TikTok for a little longer, right? Am I wrong in that assessment?
We might stay going a little bit long if people want to ask questions, and have us answer them.
Hey, well, don't just like last week. I'll jump in the chat. I'll jump in the chat and cause chaos. Look, I got the perfect shirt for it. Only chaos, baby. Only chaos. So,
say something controversial.
I think we're good. We covered all the topics that we set out to talk about. We took some really nice questions, and appreciate all the new people that actually jumped into the YouTube. We're trying to get everybody to jump in because so I can see all of your questions. But look, I understand nobody wants to see ugly old me, so you can just hear me instead. We love it, and look, we love everybody who watched on all of the platforms that we streamed on. We appreciate all of you guys for joining us every single week. We hit more people in the YouTube than we did last week. That was awesome. We're streaming on Twitch. We're streaming on Facebook. We're streaming on YouTube. He's streaming on TikTok. We got so much love from you guys. I love all the engagement, and guys,
we're working on getting to TikTok.
Go ahead.
It could be where everyone in a TikTok will be up here with everybody else. So we're working on it, but
we're gonna figure that out. We'll figure that out. Hopefully by next week we'll figure that out. And yeah, man, that's that's gonna be episode 4 in the books. We appreciate you guys joining Coyotes R Us, and we're probably just gonna go ahead and end the stream here. Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and hit that countdown, baby.
Yes,
we're out of here. Good night, Mama.
We're going over to TikTok. I am live on TikTok right now.
Good night, Marilyn. Good night, Julie. Even though you say I mistook what you were saying, hey, all love, no worries. Good night, Malcolm. We love you. Jordan, if you're still here. shout out to everybody that we know and everybody that we don't know, and I'll see you guys in his chat for a little bit more
can I follow that
chaos.
up? I
I'll
can't
pop
follow
in
that
there.
up.
You know what I'm saying?
I can't follow that up.
So here we go.